Yo, so today I'm going to be making a simple hyperpop beat that is easy for an artist to get onto. So I picked out this pluck sound from Serum, and I'm just going to make super basic chords, but instead of making a normal triad and flipping this up, I'm going to take the bass note, invert it, and then make a triad from there, and then take the top note and put it down. It'll just make it sound a lot more full in the end of it. And then since I made this really simple pluck pattern, I'm going to take all of the bass notes and drop them down an octave, and then I'll copy it over to the second half, and then add some variation. So I got the plug pattern down pretty good, so then, oh, I didn't mean to do that. So then I'm going to come in here, and I found this synth, and then I'm just going to layer it with all the chords, and then add a sidechain gross beat effect. So now I'm going to route it to the mixer, and then cut the lows and probably the highs, and then add the sidechain. And then I'm also going to add the magic switch plugin, which is like a chorus and a flanger, and it's free, so you should go grab it. And now I grabbed a bass from Serum, and I'm going to copy the bass notes over to the bass, but I'm not just going to play it like that. I'm going to make it so it's like this, so it has more of a groove to it. So now I'm going to go in Serum, and in the Adapt Serum bank, there's boxes, and I really like these boxes, especially this one. And then I'm going to go and layer just the tops of the chords with the vocals. Like I'm basically just going to layer everything until I get to the lead, because I really want that to stand out. And then for the lead sound, you can find some good ones in Serum, but I like to use the R&B triangle lead in Omnisphere. And then I'm just going to create a counter melody, but try not to go too crazy. Like, I think I'm going to go off of the accent notes I added in the second half. bugs out half the time, and then you have to go reselect it. And now it sounds normal. It's weird. I don't even know why it's still doing it. So I'm gonna switch it over to Serum, and then there's a lead in Serum that sounds pretty much exactly the same. I just like the one in Omni more, I guess. That took me a while to do, but for the first part of it, I just took out some of the notes, like there isn't a second note here. So it's just a little more simple, and then it'll get more complicated here. And now, I think I might change the bass sound out, but I might not. Yeah, I'm probably just gonna leave it. So, I gotta mix this real quick. So for the mix, really I didn't put anything on the Plucks except the stereo imager, and then I already showed what I put on this. And then I just put a ping pong delay on the vocals, and then a chorus, and then for the EQ, I cut a little bit of the lows, and then I boosted some of the highs just to make it sound a little more fake. And then for the lead, I always do this, I always take it down, because right here it sounds super harsh, and I think that's why the other lead was sounding not great. And then a little bit of reverb turned down, and then a little more EQ to cut the highs, because I didn't want it to be as present. And then for the bass, I just cut it so it really only fills up this part of the mix, because this sound was like taking, I don't know, it just sounded weird. So I laid the loop out real quick, and basically what I did is have everything play for a little bit at the beginning, but not too much, and then everything comes in for these 9 bars, and then everything comes out and then builds back up to this point where there's going to be no drums and just no, there will be drums, no 808, that's what it's called. And then pretty much everything comes back in here. And then since I only have half of this playing, I put half of this playing so it'll loop nicely. And then for the automation, I cut all the lows, and I just have it when the bass is off so the 808 doesn't get muddy. And then I have gross beat turned halfway off. Man, that's halftime, not gross beat. And then it just plays for these, because this is going to be like the drum heavy section, so I wanted the melody to be a little even more simple. And it doesn't really alter it that much because it's just half off, but it adds a nice little feeling. And then I'm going to select all this, go to the master, hit record right here, and then Alt R, and then record it, and then mess with the pitch to see if other pitches sound better.